Grand Rising, everybody. Grand Rising. How is everybody today? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Grand Rising, my beautiful sister, Kelly Jones in the house. Thank you for being here moderating, sister. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My sister Leanne in the house. Hello, sister. How are you? We've got brother Craig Brave Eagle in the house. Hello, you guys. How are you on this wonderful Moon Day, Monday? Yeah, I'm not a moon girl. I'm a sun girl. This Monday has been an interesting one for me. Y'all know I'm usually up with the sun and ready, although it's cloudy today, so that's the problem. The sun hasn't come up yet, so me or the sun haven't made it out of bed quite like our normal our normal oomph, right? Good morning, Ange. Thank you for being here, sister. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome. Blessings. Thank you for being here, you guys. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. If you're new, it is a blessing and honor. If you're not new, it's even all the way across the board. It's a blessing and honor to have each and every one of you here. My name's Earth Angel Jamaica, and it is a blessing and honor. This is the place, space, and time where we come together each morning, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, setting our intention to nourish ourselves, mind, body, and spirit, where we open up to expand, grow, nourish, learn new things. Cloudy there in Iowa too. Okay, see, it's fall. It's coming into the fall season. Everything just kind of slows down. And I had an inch, normally my sleep is like I'm a good sleeper. I have no trouble. I'm off doing other things. But I kept bouncing around last night in my dreams. It was an interesting thing. So anyway, right? This is why we just got done. We just got done with that 8-week series of learning to master our energies. So I'm using all of my tools. I've got my crystals out this morning. I've got my essential oils going. I'm getting myself going. Got some tea going, right? Just doing my thing, get myself going. But I am super excited because we are going to move into learning about animals, animal medicine, how they can assist us, learning more about the animal kingdom, our spirit guides, how the animals can guide us with their information. It's just so beautiful. And more meditations. Where through the weekend, definitely what became very clear is the meditations were amazing. We had such great feedback through that 8-week series that we all really enjoyed taking that few minutes just to get ourselves grounded and do that little bit of meditation. And like I said, I love spirit always kind of gives me the downloads of how to move forward. Even down to the point of, what to share. I got my medicine card book out, talking about the animal medicine to share with you guys, and the card that came popping out that like so divine, leading us right into today, this morning's little meditation, and sharing with you guys a little bit about the animals and how they really can guide us. I was so blessed a couple of years ago. I had a small business that I ran for about a year for myself that transported animals cross country. So a lot of them were rescues and things like that. So I had the honor of picking them up on the West Coast, and I would take them all the way to the East Coast, and all the way along, and pick up and deliver along the way in the middle as well. So it was, coast to coast. So I would be on the road for 3 weeks at a time, 3 to 4 weeks, and then come home for a couple of weeks. And it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. This book, my mentor introduced me to, and this is, this is actually a package that comes with the medicine cards as well. And if I just want you guys to see, if you can tell, so it's Jamie Sams and David Carson, right? And like how much I used these, right? I have these cards. These poor things are taped. They're so taped up here in the box to keep them together because these are they've been with me through so much, right? Hi, Leanne. Welcome. Hello, sister. Hello. So yeah, and the book as well, right? Literally, I had to tape the okay, my brain really is not functioning. I apologize, you guys. I'm getting there. It's I don't know what's going on today. It's got to be the I'm flowing with it, right? I'm flowing with it. But anyway, the binding, whatever that's called there, I had to tape that because it's literally falling apart because this is so bound with such amazing good information, right? So this is what the spine. Thank you. That's what it's called, the spine. I knew that. Thank you, Ange. I appreciate that backup right there, sister, so much. Thank you. You don't even know the day. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to share with you guys. This is the beautiful thing is this has been a very sacred, it's become a very sacred tool to me because when I was on the road traveling back and forth, what I discovered, talk about learning to master your own energy, right? A lot of time for one when you're on the road to really be with yourself, you and another person in the car. That's it. You don't much to be with, right? So there was a lot of meditating and asking questions, spending time with Great Spirit, going into that space of my own sacred little journey, right? And really honoring, understanding. I really could recognize that Great Spirit was guiding me along that trip into such beautiful um adventures, places I would have never got to go, right? Like little small towns in the middle of nowhere, like middle of Montana. I got to hit these hot springs in the middle, or these springs in the middle of nowhere in Montana that, because we were guided there for animal, doing this animal work and stuff. And so along that journey, the reason this book is so used is because that was one of my main sources of communication with spirit, was through the animal kingdom, through the animal world, through animal medicine. And when I was in need of something, a certain animal would just appear. And this it was a go-to, right? Ooh, what's going on? And it would resonate, right? It would understand with what was happening with me and what were the questions. Maybe I just had earlier, that morning asked spirit about X, Y, and Z, and then here's these animals coming and here's the meaning behind them. And it's like, wow, it's so amazing. That's learning to use the tools that we just got done spending 8 weeks learning our energies, learning about tools. Well, the animal kingdom, this is another beautiful tool that we can use in our everyday life, not even just with the cards. The one thing I love my mentor, when she recommended this to me, she said, she's not a card person though, right? But she's like, don't even, the cards, it's not about that. Pay attention to what's in your world. And that was really the biggest message was, paying attention to what we see, different birds that we see, different animals that cross our path. Even when you live in the city, there's things that cross our path. There's things that we can get. There's commercials even on TV or people talking about a certain animal, things like that. There's still certain ways that this information can come at us if we're open to see it. So, this morning, I just want to share a little bit about, I'm going to show the introduction to you guys and the acknowledgements. This kind of blew me away too. This morning, I had another aha. I love sharing these with you guys. Talk about the universe is divinely conspiring for us always. And I am not claiming any kinship to this, but what I find in awe is I have my grandmother has the exact same name as his mother, and her sisters have the same names as his aunties. I find that pretty remarkable. I really don't think there's a relation there. I just think it's a coincidence. And it's the first time I've actually caught that when I was reading this morning, preparing to come on and share this with you guys, asking what, to share. So anyway, the acknowledgements, the first one from David Carson. These are the two writers of this stuff we're going to talk about and share. Thanks are due to Stephanie Hammer. Additionally, I would like to acknowledge my sweet medicine teachers, the women that passed to me the sacred teachings in trust. Opal, my mother, and my aunts Ruby, Agnes, and Phoebe. May you all know that I have honored the medicine and passed it on to those who could use it. I feel your hearts are smiling at me from the blue road of spirit, and my heart is full. I am no longer the invisible one. And then Jamie Sam's acknowledgement is, I would like to acknowledge my medicine teachers, the women and men who brought me through the void of great smoking mirror. To Jacqueline, my beautiful Mayan teacher, grandfather Taquitz, who showed me unconditional love, grandmother Tuala, who is my constant inspiration, and my two grandmothers, Alna and Varna. Thank you for teaching me to touch the stars, to keep my open heart, and to walk my talk. To our sweet Nina, we send our love for holding the energy and typing her fingers to the bone. And to all our relations, we honor your life and light. Okay. Facebook crashed. Of course, Facebook crashed. FYI, if you guys are over on Facebook, come over and join the YouTube. It is pinned in the comments, I believe. Let me see if I can copy and paste that. Is it pinned in the comments, Kelly, for the YouTube? I know that the website is. You can definitely grab the channel from the website. If you're having trouble on Facebook, if you head over to the YouTube or the TikTok, we don't seem to have any trouble over there. Thank you guys for hopping over. Hopefully it'll, I don't know why it does that. I see it's totally froze, huh? Oh, wait, it's totally froze, didn't it? Totally froze up. Well, I don't see it. Okay. I don't see it either. Let me grab the TikTok and see if I can post it in the comments, or the TikTok, the YouTube channel really quick. See if I can post it in the comments so that y'all can join us. It's one of those days. We're going to roll gently with it. Because we know how to do this, right? We know how to do this. We do. Okay, there we are. And we're going to grab this live. Okay, yep. See, we're still rolling over there in lovely. I love YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. You're always flowing. And TikTok. Thank you, TikTok, for always rolling so beautifully. Well, let me see if I can. Oh, no, I can't even get into Facebook. They might have just like totally booted me all the way. Let me see here if I can put a post on the Facebook really quick that people can join us. Maybe. Hi, Art. Welcome. Right now, we're actually just doing some general information. We're learning together. We do a little come together, nourish ourselves, mind, body, and spirit. We are doing a little focusing on learning about some animal medicine, animal spirit guides, what kind of clues and medicine they can bring us. So if you hang out, what I do know is universe is always divinely conspiring to bring us information that'll help us to elevate or help us to answer these questions. So stick around, because I'm going to say there's probably a message here for you if you're open to receive it. And if you still need something after the show, it's only about, like I said, it's only an hour show. We can chat after the show too. If you really need a yes or no, I can give you a little chat this afternoon or chat this morning afterwards. Okay. All right. Well, I cannot get the Facebook to even it's down. It's totally down for the count. It won't even let me into Facebook right now. So that's an interesting, hence this is why I was guided to get that. Hello, Leanne, you're over here too. This is why I made the webpage. I'm so grateful Spirit has guided us to get that webpage up and going, because that is a space that we can't be shut down like that. I don't know what it is with Facebook, but they keep trying to shut me down and I'm not breaking any of their things. I'm just teaching you guys natural stuff. But I think because I said the M word, I probably, that was probably my bad. My bad. It's such a bad word. I can't say that because, okay. Is what it is. I can say it in the website. I can say it over here, right, guys? So I'm glad you guys were around. We're with it. So I just wanted to share the introduction, a little bit of the introduction with you guys really quick. Let's see which one I was going to share here with you guys. Okay. In compelling, oh gosh, see? Hang on. There's words in here that I'm trying to think about how to. Okay, we're just not going to get into that now because of that. I don't want to get bleeped out. I have to rethink about that when I share. How much? Oh, sweetie, if you want a private reading, it's 22 for 30-minute around, they're about 30 minutes. My website is actually in the bio, and you can go right into the website and schedule it right through there, hun. Good old Facebook, right? Exactly. Good old Facebook. I can't say the M word over there. And so I just have to, catch myself, making sure that we don't, we're not talking about the medicine we take. We're just talking about energy, vibration, good vibes. So I think what I'm going to do for your guys' entertainment value and mine here as well, I'm going to change the M word to the vibes. Okay, so I'm changing the M word to the vibes. So as we're reading along, y'all know just a quick logistics question. What's the logistics question? Sure. I might be able to answer it quickly. We'll see. So in compelling the vibes that we have learned from the animal kingdom and our teachers through the years, we have discovered that these teachings need to be released in order to aid the mass consciousness. In the spirit of the Wolf Clan, we as teachers have therefore chosen to devise a method of divination to assist each soul to find its personal pathway through the medicine of animals. Through the vibes of animals. My bad. Through the vibes of animals. Dang it. Do you see how tricky it is? The teachings from vary from tribe to tribe. Therefore, we have used certain aspects of each animal's vibes to relay life's lessons that apply to the human search for unity. With all of our relations, it is through nature that each teaching comes, and it is to nature that we will return. Each part of creation has a distinctive and valid place in the vibe wheel of all that is. We are very fortunate to have been handed down these teachings from many elders in the Chakra, Lakota, Seneca, Aztec, Yaquin, Cheyenne, Cherokee, Iroquois, and Mayan traditions. Due to the diverse teachings of these traditions, we have only scratched the surface of the deep understanding that is possible with this system. Our purpose in creating this system is not to cover all the teachings on animal vibes that has ever been. Our intention as healers is to begin a process for many people who have never understood their connection to Mother Earth and all her creations. We hope to open a new doorway of understanding for those who seek oneness of all life. The visions that we have given of this system are that it is a fun bridge which will aid in the understanding of what it means to walk in balance on Earth Mother. Our personal power animals have spoken to us through the Dream Lodge and have asked for our assistance in spreading the understanding that all life is sacred and in sharing the lessons which it has to impart. This system and understanding has brought great vibes to our own lives and has been a very powerful and joy-filled journey. In the making, it is a giveaway from the four legs, the creepy crawls, and the finned ones, and winged ones. May it enrich the lives of all of whom it touches, and may all of you feel our love as you journey with us. Four Winds, Jamie Sams, and David Carson. So, thank you, Kelly. Thank you for sharing. I hope that everybody over in Facebook figured out how to get over here, because it's not even letting me. It's saying I cannot be reached at all on Facebook right now. It's totally down. Is it down for everybody else too, like all the way down? The YouTube link is up, though. I do have the YouTube link in the comments. I don't know how to comment the YouTube link over here, if that's a way to do that. But thank you, Kelly. Thank you, thank you. We'll just actually, what's very cool though is this is recording, and I can always go back and make sure that it's up, and I can put it back on the Facebook for everybody. So this is going to be fun. So animal vibes. Ready? Animal vibes. I love this. To understand the concept of vibes in the Native American way, you must redefine vibes. The vibes referred to in this book is anything that improves one's connection to the great mystery and to all life. This would include the healing of body, mind, and of spirit. This vibe is also anything that brings personal power, strength, and understanding. It is the constant living of life in which that brings healing to the Earth Mother and to all our associates, family, friends, and fellow creatures. Native American vibes is an all-encompassing way of life, for it involves walking on the Earth Mother in perfect harmony with the universe. Our fellow creatures, the animals, exhibit habit patterns that will relay these messages of healing to anyone astute enough to observe their lessons on how to live. The precious gift of true medicine, true vibes are free. Excuse me. True vibes are free. Each lesson is based on one major idea or concept, and for the sake of simplicity, each animal has been assigned one of these lessons. In reality, each animal in creation has hundreds of lessons to impart, and all of those lessons are powers that can be called upon. I love this, right? So that's how individual, right? To our each individual uniqueness. And this is where coming out of mastering our own energy, right? When we understand ourselves and we understand how we're operating, we're processing, and then these animals and these tools come in our field, we process it differently, and it resonates with us, right? A little differently. When you call upon the power of an animal, you are seeking to be drawn into complete harmony with the strength of that creature's essence. Gaining understanding from these brothers and sisters of the animal kingdom is a healing process and must be approached with humility and intuitiveness. Certain aspects of the lessons given by these brothers and sisters have been chosen to reflect the lessons each spirit needs to learn on the good red road. These are the lessons of being human, being vulnerable, and seeking wholeness with all that is. They are a part of a pathway to power. The power lies in the wisdom of understanding of one's role in the great mystery and honoring every living thing as a teacher. The lessons taught are eternal, and they are forever forthcoming. If the learning is over, so is the magic and the life. This system is one of tiny aspect of the process of teaching a person how to be intuitive, how to seek the truths of nature, how to relate to the great mysteries, creations, and how to observe the obvious in silence. This silence of the quiet mind is the sacred fertility of the receiving spirit. If you use this tool in silence, you will find a wondrous new world speaking to you through the ways of your fellow creatures. It is possible to find animals that speak to you in a spectacular way, the way of power. These creatures may vary special vibes for you and will call to you in the dream time if you are to study them more closely. Your power ally is a certain species with which you have recognized an important connection. This species becomes your teacher with whom you allow yourself to grow and learn. Nothing can replace the observation of these creatures in their natural habit, for this connects you with the earth, the animal, and the great mystery. The spirit of the power ally may choose at times to enter the consciousness of one who has walked the vibe way for many years and align itself to aid in healing. This is a part of the initiation process of animal vibes and brings great power to the healer. In learning to call on the vibes of any person, creature, or natural force, one must maintain the attitude of reverence and be willing to accept assistance. For assistance, small native children know that if they are lost, they can call on the vibes of their parents. This brings to the child the strength of the parent, even though they are not physically present. The parents will feel the pull of the child's need and oftentimes will be able to see physically through the eyes of their child and determine its location. This is a kind of power that comes from the idea of unity and of each being having within itself a part of all other beings. It is the law of oneness. It is also possible to call upon the power or vibes of an animal when one is in need of specific talent. As all things in this universe have the same building block, the atom it is relatively safe to assume that we all communicate through the common denominator of each atom, which is the creative force of Great Spirit that lives within the Great Mystery. It is the teaching of these truths that have brought Native people to understand, and it is these same truths that may open this door for you. You like the vibe fill in? I like the vibe fill in too. It kind of does, huh? Destination not available for streaming. Their engineers are working on Facebook. Okay, so Facebook, I just got a message, had like a major dive, and it wasn't just me. It's not me today. It's their whole Facebook is crashed out apparently, and their people are working on it. So I'm so glad you guys are here at TikTok and that over on over on what's it called? YouTube is going well too. So yay. Hey, Jesse, quote the Bible for me. Oh, I love quoting the Bible. Let's see. What's one of my favorite? Oh, it is done unto you as you believe. That's absolutely one of my favorites. Yes. Okay. So what I love about this, you guys, is like I said, well, where'd it go? No, it's still in there. And it is 9 o'clock, so we're going to keep moving forward here. I know that was a little long, but I just really wanted to share that with you guys because it was so it was just so on point. When we're open to receive, we're open to be understanding this consciousness, when we are open to learning and seeing and be open to the world around us, to start paying attention. That's really all this is asking for, right? These vibes that we're talking about is for us to be open and paying attention to what's happening around us and what could these messages be, right? Like it's up to you if it vibrates or it doesn't, if it resonates in your heart or it doesn't. Like I said, I'm on this trip, I'm asking God, I'm asking Great Spirit, I'm asking Source Energy these questions, I'm having these meditations and these I'm calling right upon these questions. Now, if I was closed-minded and I believed it only had to come in one certain way, I wouldn't have got these answers, right? But for me, along the journey, that's why this book is so used and so worn out. I would ask these questions, and especially like a rabbit, for instance. Rabbit's about fear and facing your fear and looking at fears. And there were a lot of things when I was doing a lot of this shadow work, looking at these fears from my past, things I didn't want to face. Rabbit would show up. the courage, the showing what rabbit represents, how to use this medicine, right? This was a big learning tool for me. Then I could see, okay, spirit, so you're telling me I need to face this, and look, and you've got my back, and da da da, right? And then next, this animal and that animal. And when you start to look at what's happening just around you, you don't need cards. You don't even need the book. Honestly, you don't. That's the beautiful thing. You can even nowadays, we live in this wonderful world, right? I was just thinking about that yesterday. My great grandmother, right? They didn't have this stuff available. They didn't have a little book. It was passed down. It was passed down through generation of what this represents and how this would affect us. And we would have to talk to our grandmothers, and we would have to, and our grandfathers, and we would have to hear these stories. And not all of this knowledge was so accessible as it is per se right now today, to where we can really learn to trust our intuition in different ways. When we go to this meditation, we ask these questions, and then we have these things come up. We can like literally even go to a Google search now and say, what is the spiritual meaning behind this animal? And we get, you might get, like this says, right? There's so many possibilities. We just learned that in the crown chakra. There's a billion possibilities. Infinite possibilities, right, of messages, but it's what resonates with you. And as you're reading through it and these things jump out, and you're dealing with this particular situation, and this is an answer to that, that's that resonating, that's that knowing it specifically, it is a message for you in that way, in those infinite possibilities. Nothing is just black and white. Everything, because we are unique, divine individuals having a spiritual experience as a human, that is only you having it. I will never know what it's like to have this experience as you. I know what our show's like here in this hour, because as me only from this side, I could go back and rewatch it and see what it's like to watch this on there, right? But I still won't have the same experience that you guys have through your eyes. I will never experience that, nor will you be able to really ever experience it through mine. That's the spiritual gift of coming in and understanding that it is that, and learning to master. We're still in that mastering our energy. That's what we do here, right? We focus on ourselves. So I was sharing, we're going to go ahead, even though we're a few minutes over, I want to take just a few moments, because we all really we had such great feedback with that meditation, right? And using our breath last week, learning that our breath and meditation are two of the tools that we always, no matter what, 24/7 have on us, that in any situation, in the face of any challenge, breath is life force energy. That is the closest, if you can, we can't see God, great spirit, right? But we can grasp that feeling of, right, that is life force energy. That is the one thing as human beings we have to have. We have to have it. We can go periods without food. We can go periods without water, but we cannot go very long periods without oxygen, right? That's that life force energy. And it's a tool that we have on us that we can use 24/7 to use to follow within, to bring ourselves to the calm, to the peace, to the love, to the joy, to that good vibration, to get ourselves shifted into, from fear to love, into that frequency of love where we're open to receive and see, so that we can see these things in the world around us, and we can see the synchronicities and the beauty around us. So I just found it was so perfect, because this morning I asked for a medicine card that was just for me. I just wanted, a vibe card. My bad. A vibe card that was just for me. And then I was going to shuffle and pull a card just for us here on here. And I got my card, and it was definitely on point. And what was interesting though is this card wouldn't go back in. This card just, it was slid down and was there. It was definitely wanted to be here. And when I seen what it was and the representation, I was like, of course, Spirit, there you go. Just running the show again. Thank you. And I'm so grateful. Thank you. Because it goes with this meditation we're going to do. So let's just take a few moments. What I want you guys to do, if you're in a situation that you can, if you're not driving or you're not at work, or if you're not at work where you can do it, at least there's something, don't get yourself in trouble. But some of us are working from home. I know we can get away with this a little bit, but I just want you to close your eyes or just kind of take a soft gaze on something. And use that breath. I want you to use your own breath. You can use a color like we learned last week if you'd like. We learned to breathe the rainbow to help clear our chakras. You could practice breathing in the whole rainbow as I'm reading this, or just the clear, cleansed, activated breath, allowing that oxygen. Take a few deep breaths in, allowing it to really fill your lungs, feel that air. Follow it within to your heart center. And as you exhale, feeling yourself just release. Feeling yourself be present in your physical body, using that breath to go within, to come into the place of calm, setting the tension to be open to receive the message that's available here for you on your vibe, to receive your vibe, using that breath. The message of the dolphin today. Dolphin speaks to us of the breath of life, the only thing that humans cannot go without for more than a few minutes. We can live without water and food for days, but oxygen is the source of our substance. Within the breath, we encounter the rhythm of energy and all life admits. In changing the rate or rhythmic texture of our breath, we can tap into any other life form or creature. This is a very easy way to connect with divine energy coming from Great Spirit, as well as with your own personal rhythm. Dolphin is the keeper of the sacred breath of life and teaches us how to release emotions through dolphin breath. Dolphin creates rhythm, swimming through the water and breathing before submerging, then holding its breath for the duration of underwater travel. As dolphin comes above the water again, it blows out its breath in a manner resembling the popping of a cork. We can use the same technique to pull the stopper on our tension and create total relaxation. This is a good exercise to use before entering the silence. Manna is life force. Manna is present in every atom and is Great Spirit's essence. Dolphin teaches us how to use life manna through our breath. It revitalizes each cell and organ and breaks the limits and dimensions of physical reality so that we may enter the dream time. Dolphin was traveling the oceans one day as Grandmother Moon was weaving the patterns of the tides. Grandmother Moon asked Dolphin to learn her rhythms so that he could open his feminine side to her silvery light. Dolphin began to swim in the rhythm of her tide, weaving and learning to breathe in a new way. As Dolphin continued to use this new rhythm, he entered the dream time. This reality was a new and different place from the sea he had known. Dolphin came to discover underwater cities in the dream time and was given the gift of the primordial tongue. This new language was the sound language that was brought by Spider from the great star nation. Dolphin learned that all communication was pattern and rhythm, and that the new aspect of communication was sound. He carries this original pattern to this day. Dolphin returned to the ocean of the Great Mother and was very sad until Whale came by and told Dolphin that he could return to be a messenger to the Dreamtime dwellers anytime he felt the rhythm and used the breath. Dolphin was given a new job. He became the carrier of messages of our progress. The Dreamtime dwellers were curious about the children of Earth and wanted us to grow to be at one with Great Spirit. Dolphin was to be the link. If Dolphin has appeared today, frothing through the waves in this, you are being linked to some solution for the children of the earth. This can be a time when you are to link the Great Spirit and bring answers to your own questions or to those of others. In addition, this can mean a time of communication with the rhythms of nature. You are put on notice to be mindful of your body rhythms and the patterns of energy being fed to you from the Creator. Imminent Dolphin and ride the wave of laughter, spreading joy in the world. Breathe and experience the manna so freely given. Break existing barriers and connect to the Dreamtime or Great Star Nation. Know that we are all whole in the eyes of the ever-living one. Boom, shaka laka laka boom. We're getting put on notice. Pay attention to our energy. We just got done spending 8 weeks learning our energies, doing these meditations, doing that breath. Were you following your breath along as we're reading through that? Following that breath within, right? How amazing. I love Great Spirit. It's so amazing. So, with that being said, getting to know and understand, I do have a fun announcement. Check out the webpage. Make sure you go check out the website. It is posted on the bio. You can check out the link there. I am going to be introducing on Mondays. There's going to be Mentor Me Monday happening. Monday evening, 6 p.m. It'll be a Zoom link. It's going to be starting next Monday. It is going to be a spiritual guidance group is the focus. The Mentor Me Monday is going to be a place where we come together and we are going to set the intention to do a little meditation together with each other, get to share with each other. It's going to be about supporting, growing, tapping into our own energy. This is going to be an all about self-care. It's a self-care group. We're doing it in Zoom so that it can be private and intimate, but it is a group setting. Everybody is welcome and invited as long as we honor and respect. It is a place where we come together honoring and respecting and holding the space for one another to grow and expand. We're going to dive into doing some meditations, connecting with some spirit animals, connecting with spirit guides, things like that is going to be available. So make sure you come over, check out the page. I'm working on getting it. It's all through the weekend. I've been kind of working on it. I'm about to launch it. The page adding it'll be the meditation page. That'll be a Mentor Me probably meditation. You'll see it on the top of the page. I haven't locked in yet what I'm calling the tab yet. But that's going to be the space where that group is going to be available. You'll have to come to the website to get the link for the Zoom. It's all going to be done through Zoom again so that I can monitor it too. So it is a safe space. So if anybody does come in and is not honoring or respecting, then I can have control of that space to make sure everyone is in a safe space to grow and expand. It's about growing and expanding. This is going to be a space that's going to be based on donations. We're talking about tithing. Today is, we talked about the spiritual laws. that are associated with prosperity. Here in the Morning Brew, we talk about the spiritual laws, tithing, forgiveness, life purpose, goals. So this is going to be a based on donation space. But the one thing I'm going to say is if you're on this spiritual journey, and I share this all the time, right? This, our spiritual adventure, this is part of that spiritual being. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And without this physical body, this is why, making sure, yes, tithing to ourselves on good, organic foods, organic, um, wholeness, making sure we have time to nourish ourselves, mind, body, and spirit. And this is the kind of work to me, I believe, is tithing to yourself, taking this time out and giving yourself an hour and saying, I'm gonna grow and expand and get know my energies a little bit more. I'm gonna get to know myself a little bit more. That's tithing back to yourself. This is part of when we want to learn to connect to our prosperity, right? We have to learn that tithing means that we're gifting to spirit where we are spiritually being fed. And we understand by gifting to that, right? That means to ourselves, a minimum 2.4 hours a day, we should be gifting to ourselves, of nourishly feeding ourselves, mind, body, spirit on all those levels, right? That's part of that tithing. So don't have to be there every week. It's going to be a weekly thing. Every Monday, 6 p.m. It's going to be an open Zoom spiritual growth group is what we're going to be doing. So everyone will be invited. Like I said, I'm working on launching it today, and the links and everything will be up on the page, and I'll be promoting them across the board, everything. Right? Exactly. Tithing, the 10% is only 2.4 hours to yourself. That's really nothing, you guys. Think about that. You deserve way more than that, really. When you think about it in that term, it's like, well, gosh, I deserve more than that even, right? And then we really start to see the gift, right? And what we know about tithing, right? What do we know about tithing? Tithing is our ability to gift back to spirit, but what we're doing is tithing is like planting the seeds, right? We are the processors, and when we plant those seeds into those places, what do we get? We always get 100-fold back. Look at what we got out of the sunflower. You plant one sunflower seed. Not only do you get, 20 sunflowers from that one seed, how many seeds does each sunflower have? Right? Well, it's the same thing with us. So when you plant 1 hour out of your day to tithe to yourself, mind, body, spirit, right? To set aside the time to go within, do some meditation, ask some questions, get to know yourself, right? What do you think you're going to get fold back out of that? It's beautiful. I keep trying to outgift to spirit, and it's a fun thing because it's impossible. And the more we gift to where we're spiritually being fed, it doesn't matter. We get to choose what we plant too, right? We can plant worry because we're masters. We're masters at manifesting. If you haven't figured that out, guys, you are a master right now. And we plant the seeds. We can plant worry. We can plant stress. We can plant challenges. We can plant all of those things, right? We get to choose. So what are you planting in your 2.4 hours, huh? What are you planting? So let's move into our food for thought. So check out the website. That's going to be available. Oh, and then coming up within the next few weeks, I just have to figure out the timing of it. There is going to be a private class I'm going to be teaching. This is going to be a paid class. And the reason that is because you're worth it. And it's about dedicating the time to yourself. It's going to be a very reasonable charge to come to this, but it's going to be an 8-week class. You can pay weekly or you can pay all at once. And again, I haven't figured out all of the logistics 100% on that, but it's about committing to yourself, committing to your growth, coming in. And I will always work with people on this, but it is going to be it's an hour class a week. It's going to be an 8-week class. And it's going to be where we are going to talk again a little bit about the chakra. We're going to get into that a little more detail, our own chakra. But we're also going to learn about our spirit animal. And we're going to do some guided meditations. Mainly that's going to be our focus, is to do the guided meditation where you go into your own personal chakra and learn the spirit animal you have working with you in that realm right now. These things can shift around. We have so many different animals and guides and things that come in and out, but these are the main ones at this time working with you. We're going to get in and dig into that. So that's going to be available on the website as well. So you guys make sure you come check out the website. Okay. And I'm almost out of time. Look at me just going. Facebook is totally crashed. Yeah, Teddy, you know what? It like crashed, like the whole site went for the whole world. Not just me though. I didn't do it today. Maybe I did it, but I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Maybe. Wasn't me. I think YouTube's still going though, and we definitely have TikTok still going. Thank goodness. Thank you, TikTok. You're amazing. I do believe that let me double check. Actually, yeah. Yay, our YouTube's still going too, so that's good. So we'll at least have it available. They can come back and watch if they didn't find us over here. All right, let's move into our food for thought, guys. Here on the Morning Brew, we nourish ourselves, mind, body, and spirit. I like to share with you guys out of the Science of Mind magazine's part of my spiritual practice when I look at my mind and mind my mind. This is part of what I use to mind my mind, examine my thoughts, examine my patterns, look at these things. And I just love, again, we got done last week with the crown chakra, the chakra of 1,000 possibilities, the infinite, connection to all the cosmos. And then here we are starting out in October. It's 1,000 cranes emerging in oneness is the cover, right? Like, I just love it. Thank you, Teddy. You're over there in the YouTube too. It's working. Thank you, Teddy. My teddy bear and Mike in the house. Teddy bear always rolls with Archangel Michael, or Michael rolls with Teddy. I'm not sure how that goes, but they roll together, and I love it because they're such amazing, you're amazing vibes. Thank you so much. All right, so if you'd like to get your own copy, scienceofmind.com. It's just a beautiful, another tool. We talk about learning, having our tools, minding our minds. This is a little food for thought. It usually has 2 different quotes, but today it's only 1 quote, and then a little food for thought, and then an affirmation. And I love it because it's open for business. Today's title is We Are Open for Business. And the quote comes from Rudolfo Anaya. Any land will flow with milk and honey if worked with honest hands. Any land will flow with milk and honey if worked with honest hands. I'm just about to fall over because here I am doing, this is like launching the website and doing these classes and these courses are my dream come true. And these are my seeds that I've been planting and open for business, really. And what's really great, you guys, is prosperity for me is milk and honey. When I look at the word prosperity, and we talked about this, when you look up the word prosperity, it means to be in a state of to be in a prosperous state. Well, for me, I'm like, okay, I got to know a little more about what that means. Like, what, so I have to look at, for me, I look at those similar words. And milk and honey, joy, peace, harmony, grace, ease. These are the words associated with prosperity, right? That's the stuff I want an abundance of. I no longer want an abundance of lack. I understand I have abundance mastered. I used to always work on abundance, and I was getting tons of abundance. I had tons of bills. I had an abundance of bills. I had an abundance of worry. I had an abundance of stress. I got abundance mastered. I had to switch what I want an abundance of, right? I want an abundance of security, milk and honey, grace, ease, joy, comfort. That opens the door wide for the spirit to like really, and it works, right? I didn't have to give it an outline of things, people, places, and things I needed. I wanted prosperity to me is milk and honey. And really talk about spirit going, okay, Jamaica, there you go. Sorry, guys, it's just for me today, apparently. I love you. You know how this works. The universe is divinely conspiring for all of us every day. I love it. I'm going to reread that one more time just because I love it. Any land will flow with milk and honey if worked with honest hands. Boom. Right, Kelly? Might drop much. Why shouldn't we think of business as an activity of divine intelligence? Since the exchange of thoughts and ideas and commodities is necessary in human affairs. Why shouldn't you feel that you have a silent partner that you can receive inspiration and guidance from the Supreme Intelligence. Now, just how should we proceed in drawing on the intelligence in everything we do? First, we must believe that such an intelligence exists. And then we must make our minds a channel through which it can flow. For there is no use in catching inspiration from on high unless we actually bring it down into everyday living. A business is a distributing point for thoughts, ideas, and commodities. It is a place where they are gathered together and then sent out along the routes of trade and commerce. We couldn't get along without business activities, and we shouldn't think of them as something common or material or unspiritual. We should think of business as one of the activities of the divine mind, and we should think of God in business in the most natural manner. We are apt to think of spiritual things as something reserved only for the salvation of soul. But this was not the attitude Jesus took. For while he said we should seek God first, he also said, all these other things will be added to our faith. And all these other things means whatever we are doing that is good and constructive. Whatever we are doing, whenever we are doing it, and wherever we are doing it. That was from Science and Mind magazine, February 1954. Boom. Why is milk and honey are symbols prosperity, also known as have it all? They are originally behind the symbols of prosperity. Milk and honey. That's a good question, Teddy. That's a very good question, Teddy. I'm going to research on that before I answer that and come back to you. I'm going to write that down, though. I'm going to write that down because I like that. I love questions like that. I want to say an answer that's coming to me right now is that milk and honey, I'm going to say, especially in previous age, more farther back times, it's definitely more prominent now. But even if you look at honey's kind of like liquid gold. I use honey a lot. Let me tell you, I use it a lot, and it's it's $20 for a jar. You know, that's. I mean, it is a pound, I guess. Probably what 16 ounces. What are those 16-ounce jars? No, maybe they're. So I mean, it is, but right, it's kind of so it's the representation of value, right? The value that it holds. It's a very and really milk too, especially back in the day. I'm gonna say, right, like we didn't have the things available to in ancient times when these things were referred to and really came into the meaning of the prosperity. Those were more rare, so they held more value. That's the way I'm going to say for now. That's just my right now intuitive coming to me message thought, but I want to research it and see a little more like really what the original the origins of it is, because that's a great question. Thank you, Teddy. Hello, Pauline. You found us over on the beautiful YouTube. Thank you for being here. Yes, Facebook is totally crashed. I got a message that they are like down, 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 down. So apparently, it's the way things are going. We have all these planets in retrograde, and I just again last night I was definitely getting lots of downloads happening last night for me. Y'all know my sleep time. I didn't want to say downloads. I was in council somewhere last night doing stuff. There was things happening. It was interesting evening. So there's stuff happening, but it's good. Everything's all good. I promise you guys that. It's definitely all good. All right. Let's move on because we literally are out of time. We are out of time today. And let's see, we're talking about tithing. I'm going to pull one more card for mind, body, and spirit. There they are. The angels of abundance. Oh, I wanted to come in. Let's pull a card really quick. Instagram has a crash too. Yeah, see, I believe they're now Instagram and Facebook are the two that are connected, I think, right? I don't know. Well, they're really all connected, right? It's like who owns what? I don't know. But that's interesting. That's very interesting that they're all crashing. Yeah. Ruh-roh. Again, I'm so grateful I have the website up. Spirit has been setting me up for months. Not in a bad way. I've just been getting little nudges from my team like it's time to get yourself established in a location that I can connect with you guys, right? So like make sure you come over and follow the website, you guys. This is why this is so important. Follow the website, sign up for the newsletter. I promise you I am not going to crash you and spam you like crazy. I'm not that person. I don't have that set up that way. It's not, but I will send you out like it might even be more like quarterly because y'all know me. I'm kind of a slacker when it comes to this department of getting this stuff out and together because it's not even a slacker, it's just timing and busy and right. But that way I can stay in connection with you guys. If all of this stuff goes down, if these things go down, if they start taking, I don't know, you don't know, we don't know, right? We just don't know. And that's a space that I can connect with you guys. I can do the Zoom things through you guys. I can post stuff up there. So just make sure you come check us out right over there, okay? It's a place where you can plug in 24/7. That's the whole goal of it, right? I'm going to do a video today and really explain why this page is such a dream. I never visualized it could have been in a virtual. Like in my mind, I was first going to build it. I was just going to build it in a literal little sense. But right, what do I know now? The unseen creates the seen. Here I am, and we're going to build this in a virtual space first, and it will create the physical will come along. It'll follow, right? But it's a place where 24/7 people can come and plug in and learn that you can take something home with you and learn how to apply it in your life and do it to change your life for you. Um, you know how we go so often looking to feel better. We want somebody else to do it for us and make us feel better so that we can go about and just do, but we don't change. We have these, there's like band-aids. And there's a billion things out there we can do, even in the energy world. And I'm not dissing on them. It's not that they're bad, but they're just band-aids. And how, it's time to stop doing the band-aids and to start getting to the problem. Let's get down to what's causing it. Right? Let's get to the cause. Rather than a cure for it, let's get to the cause of it so that we can shine the light on it and shift. And that's what it's all about. Oh, thank you, Anne. You just booked a reading. She said she just booked a reading and the site works great. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Yay, I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so excited to get to work with you. Yay. So yeah, check it out. And there will be, yes, of course you can book with me and I have those available, but there's going to be, it's a space too where you can, I'm working on doing the meditations, having that online class that, I'm going to have the paid course, but then we're also going to have that open that's based on donations and open to everybody. So it's a place for everyone. It's just a place for everyone anytime. Come check it out. All right, we're moving on. I'm going to talk all day. Blah, 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 Jamaica. Blah, 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 Jamaica. Blah, blah. Paragraph. Facebook and IG needs to work with good hands and then it will work. Boom, I love you, Teddy. Oh my God, I love you. That was so bomb. Right? Work with good hands, everything. I don't know why they shut us down all the time when we're talking good things. So you could be onto something there, Teddy. I'm just saying. The sites they're letting us flow. Oh, I love this. Okay, so here we are. What's our goal here? Our goal? Nurse yourselves, mind, body, and spirit, right? Focusing on prosperity. Today is tithing. What is it about tithing that will help us to understand? Again, understanding how tithing works. Tithing is us getting to plant those seeds. What are we planting? What are we paying forward? Are we spiritually being fed? First off, that is a biggie that I think most of the world is missing, period. in my opinion, I don't want to say most of the world, I don't want to confirm that. A large quantity of people are still asleep too, and I was one of them for a long time, right? Just understanding the gift of of tithing and how important it is to be nourished and to be plugged into a place, right? Because again, to me, it always had to look like a church, and I tried to plug into those. And I'm not dissing; I'm open to everyone has their thing that works for them, and it's great, right? But I didn't go there, and I wasn't nourished. I wasn't nourished. As if anything, I felt worse, and I would walk away feeling like I didn't fit, and it was not the right vibes that I wanted to be picking up, right? And in that teaching, I was taught that I was supposed to be giving them 10% regardless, just because that was to get me into somewhere, up above or here, so I didn't go there, I could go there. That was the type of belief I was raised around. Again, not taking away from, right? But it didn't resonate. It didn't make sense. And when Spirit explained to me that tithing is about understanding where we're being nourished, spiritually fed, and it can literally be from anywhere. I've shared there. I go to the animal kingdom wildlife safari here. And I'll spend an afternoon with the animals. I pay my admission to get in, but that's just to get in. But on top of that, like I get information from the animals. I do. I get the vibe. We're talking about animal vibes. I connect and get their vibe, right? So to me, that's spiritual food. So I tithe cash donation, yes, that day for that week or whatever it is I want for then there, yes, right? I give that to them because I'm spiritually fed there. But does it mean that every single week that's where my tithing goes, my financial tithing? No, not unless I'm there every week and that's where it's coming from. It's about really recognizing, not getting to pick and choose. Oh, I want to give to this one and I want to give to that one. It's about being open to receiving and understanding that Spirit is nourishing us in all these forms. And when we really start to open the door to be aware of that, it becomes a fun game. For me at least, right? Of okay, I see like that. I'm going to tithe over here. Then I get to see that. I get to tithe here. I get to tithe there. I get to tithe to this person. I get to tithe to that person. I get to tithe to this organization. It always changes, always. But I'm open to seeing the infinite possibilities of being spiritually nourished now too. So who's really reaping the benefits every time I am aware of this? How many, like, right? I'm harvesting every time I see that new link, that new spirit working through. That's a harvest in my point, right? So of course I'm going to tithe back to that because I want to keep that coming in, right? I can't plant tomatoes and expect sunflowers to grow though, right? This is why you have to mind and pay attention to these things, right? So focus on your priorities. Where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they are asking and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. So, Spirit's literally saying if we want to connect to our prosperity, learning about tithing is a priority. This is a priority. If you really want to become a master manifester, right? We are all manifestors. We really are. But to me, you don't step into that master status until you're consciously manifesting the things that you want. And we can't do that until we understand how tithing works. We're not consciously manifesting the things that we are manifesting because we are master manifestors. That's what we are. We are the processing system. We are putting energy out to the universe and it is creating divinely 100% accurately what we are feeding to it. It will receive and it doesn't care who, what, when, how, why we are giving to it. It will create because it doesn't know the difference of good and bad. It only knows how to produce what it's receiving, the seeds that we're planting into it. Because we're the master farmers. We are the planters. We are the harvesters. Are we planting the seeds we want to plant? Are we paying attention to our prosperity and understanding how tithing works and how it is a benefit to us, to the universe, to everything, to keep that flow going, to connect to the infinite unlimited prosperity, our divine birthright that is available to each and every one of us. This is a necessity to understand tithing. It's a priority, says so. I miss you all. Send everyone my love. I am. Miss Pauline is sending her love. She's over on the YouTube, missing everyone. Miss Pauline, you're not the only one. Facebook is crashed, period, and so is Instagram. So at least thank you, Spirit, that we have TikTok going. I'm so grateful. We have the wonderful TikTok and we have the wonderful YouTube. You guys are beautiful. Thank you for flowing so beautifully for us. And I'll be able to repost it on Facebook, hopefully, if they uncrash. What's the world going to do? Oh my gosh, the whole world's probably in a meltdown right now. Instagram and Facebook are completely down right now. The whole world needs to breathe. Right now is the time to hold your light, folks. Hold your light. The world's melting down. All right. I love you guys. We will be back here tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. And we're going to continue diving into the animals. We're going to pull from the animal vibes deck and just see what messages each animal has for us. I invite you over this next few weeks as we get into these animals. We're going to pull one. I don't know how many. I think there's 50 some different animals we're going to go through. So a little over a month, so probably what, 6 weeks we'll be going through this, right? I invite you as we go through this to start paying attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to the wildlife that you see out about. Pay attention to the birds flying by. Pay attention to the ants, the crickets, to the tiniest little, the spiders in your home, outside your home. Any of these little, flies, even little insignificant mosquitoes, things that we wouldn't even really maybe think about. I invite you to open your mind up to expand. Set that intention to be open to receive some new insight. Just to have some fun with this. What do you have to lose? The one thing I share with you guys always, right? The beautiful thing about doing this work is it's 100% guaranteed you can have your misery back. You can choose to do some of this work. You can step into shining some light in the shadows, doing the shadow work, right? And if it doesn't work out for you, you can have it all back. It's okay. But the chances are that it's going to work out and you're going to expand and grow and come into a new understanding that'll just blow your mind. So I invite you to set that intention. And just with setting that intention, watch the magic that unfolds. I also invite you to check out the website. Make sure you join the newsletter. Again, I'm going to have the Monday, Mentor Me Monday meditation spiritual group available starting next Monday on there, and the Zoom link will be there for that. And then the 8-week course where we're going to dive into each one of our chakras is going to be within the next few weeks announcing. I just got to figure out the timing with the holidays and everything coming up that we're going to do that. So those will be available soon. Make sure you check them out. This makes sense. My craft has been calling me and I've been sick, not giving them the time they are calling. And we're being called. We literally, right, girl? We are being called up. It's time. It's time. It's time. We're all being called to do this. Now's the time. We literally just got to be given the time because Facebook crashed, right? Mentor Me, Make 'em Mondays. Yes, I love that. Mentor Me, Make 'em Monday. I like that. Mentor Me, Make 'em Mondays. Yes, that's pretty much what it'll be. And it's going to be a group open. Anybody that is growing, expanding, wanting to connect with your spiritual gifts, wanting to get to know yourself a little bit better. This is what that group's going to be about. It's going to be an open forum where we get to support each other. Share. We'll do a little exercise work, a little bit of artwork. It's going to be a wonderful time. Yeah. So you're going to definitely want to come check it out if you're into that. Thanks. All right, guys. I love you all very much. I will see you back here tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Maybe not on Facebook, but I will definitely be on TikTok and YouTube. Hopefully Facebook will be up and running by then. And come check out the website again. The link's on the Facebook, but that's not there, but it is in the comments for the YouTube. Oh, nope, that's the YouTube one. Let me see. Let me put it in the comments for the YouTube really quick. And then I got to figure out how to do it on There we go. I have to figure out how to. It won't link. I linked my PayPal before, but it won't link this website now. It just will post it up there, but it's there at least. You guys can copy and paste it and come check that out. And that's where you can book any of my services. If you'd like an energy healing session, I have the amazing distance Reiki available through there. Any intuitive sessions, if you'd like a private reading, those are also available through that website. Everything, it's all one-stop shopping, baby. It's perfect. So thank you, Teddy. You're amazing. That's my teddy bear. He posted it over there for you guys right there. Thank you, Teddy. All right, guys, I love you all. I will see you back here. No point in playing that, I suppose, since it's all funky today. So see you back tomorrow. Love and light.